you owe
Bret,
those families an apology?
Here, let's go into a bit about the illegals coming in and the failures at the border by the Biden-Kamala administration and more.
Jocelyn Nungaray, Rachel Morin, Laken Riley, they are young women who were brutally assaulted and killed by some of the men who were released at the beginning of the administration, well before a negotiated bipartisan bill. Former President Clinton actually referred to Laken Riley Sunday, campaigning for you in Georgia, saying if those men had been properly vetted, Laken Riley probably would not have been killed. So if it wouldn't have happened, this is well before any negotiation. This is well before Donald Trump got involved in the politics. This is a specific policy decision by your administration to release these men into the country. So what I'm saying to you, do you owe
Bret,
those families an apology?
Let me just say, first of all, those are tragic cases. There's no question about that. There is no question about that. And I can't imagine the pain that the families of those victims have experienced for a loss that should not have occurred. So that is true. It is also true that if a border security had actually been passed 9 months ago, it would be 9 months that we would have had more border agents at the border, more support for the folks who are working around the clock trying to hold it all together.
All right, this is one of those ones where the only word I have is evil. Now, first off, what she does in that question is it's a tragedy, it's a tragedy. Okay, we all know it's a tragedy. Now, interestingly, for some reason, people on the right or just good, decent Americans didn't burn down cities in the name of those girls who were unjustly murdered, brutally killed, right? That's just an interesting side note. So she wants to just use words. Okay, we're tragedy, tragedy, tragedy. That has nothing to do with nothing. Everyone agrees with that. Horrible what happened to them. Unbelievably horrible. The issue is whose fault is it? And then what she does is say that it's because the bipartisan bill 9 months ago wasn't passed. It's a lie at multiple levels. First off, Joe Biden went in and immediately reversed, I think it was 64 executive actions as it related to the border with Donald Trump. That then caused this 10 to 12 million people influx from God knows where with whatever intentions they have to come into the country. That's number one. Number two, several of those girls, if not all three, were killed before the bipartisan bill would have been passed. And you don't need a bipartisan bill to do anything. It is the president's, one of his few duties to close the effing border.